Okay, we're live. So I'm Naomi McDougall Jones. I'm a filmmaker, a writer, actress, and producer. And this is my mother, Claire McDougall, who is a novelist and mother of three. So we're doing this video for the Huffington Post's Talk to Me series. And I want you to tell me about the happiest moment of your life.
There have been many, but the one that stands out in my memory is actually the day that you were born. And the background to that is that I'd lost my father, to whom I was very close the year before. And so that was a great sadness in my life. And so there you came out. Not looking like a baby or acting like a baby, not coming out screaming like the stereotypical baby, but coming out and looking all around as if you had seen it all before. And the love that I felt and the bond that I felt was so strong and immediate that I would say is bliss, the closest I can think of to bliss. And it wasn't just a moment, but it was a long time. And here you are, all these years later.
So you thought that you weren't going to have children. And right?
Not that I couldn't have children. I thought that at the time I was at Oxford University, heading into an academic career. I thought that's the way I was going to go.
So, and I was an accident, right?
I don't like to say accident. You were a surprise, and I'm really glad you rescued me from that fate, because that would not have been something that would have been true to my nature, I think, to follow that stuffy career.
So how long, once you were pregnant, did it take you to get used to the idea of being a mother? And was that hard to come around to?
No, about 3 seconds, I think.
Really? I guess you weren't that committed to the
Oh, but you get on a track, and seemed like academia was the way I was going to go. I was talking to colleges who were hiring, and I was doing a PhD, which didn't turn out in the end. I got a different degree instead of a PhD, but anyway. But I'm so glad that happened, and I'm so glad that I experienced that feeling, because both you and I work with a feminist bent. Yours in film and mine in literature, and I'm so glad that the feminist movement happened in the 60s the way it did. The pendulum had to swing way to the opposite direction to redress the terrible imbalance that was and still is. But I think to some extent women have suffered from having this paradigm put up before them that they are equal to men, because I don't think we're equal to men. We're different from men, very different. Let's say in some regards we're better than men, and I think it's our time to take charge. And, men have been in charge for 5,000 years, and that male hierarchical power paradigm is something that just needs to go. It's just destroying us. So,
and when you say you're glad you had that feeling, do you mean had the feeling of being a mother?
I had that feeling that this is part of womanhood if you choose it, and it's not something to be embarrassed about or feel like I have to get back to work in 3 days because I'm not being a good example of a woman in power, because I think that is female power in its greatest form, is that ability to create life and to Jean-Jacques Rousseau, the French philosopher, said, if you want to change society, you change the mothers. And never a truer word was spoken. And we need to get back to that. We need to get back to being nurturing people and not male lookalikes, be-alikes, because we're better than that.
Yeah. Well, that's almost the 5 minutes, but we had one more question. So just maybe quickly, if you had one wish for me and my children, what would it be?
It would be that I think in what we're experiencing now is a great breakdown of culture and politics and religion, morality, and that's a necessary dissolution of everything because it went on too long. And my hope for you, maybe this isn't going to happen for you, although things are moving really fast, for your children, that they've gone up, they've reached that moment of dissolution, and they're on the other side of that, and we have a new paradigm, and that paradigm is worthy of us, because up to date this paradigm has not worked.
Okay, thanks for doing this with me.
Thank you, sweetie.
I love you.
I love you too.